Subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button and make sure to click on the bell icon for new videos.
Hello, Team Komal. This is Ask Domal, where my husband and I answer your burning questions. Da 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 da. My husband is here. My husband is here. Oh, also, I don't know if you guys know, but my husband stays in Kathmandu. I stay in Delhi. We are married, but we are separated by a plane flight.
1 hour 45-minute flight.
Let's start the video.
Hi. My name is Dave.
Dave, stop doing that.
What? I'm just.
You'll hypnotize people.
What
Hey
can
guys,
you do to my forehead?
don't do that, Dave. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay.
Telling you. It's you're getting too chilled out too quickly.
We met in college, and we officially started.
Though that's not the question. The question is, when did you meet?
We met July 22nd, 2005.
What?
Sorry, July 22nd, 2008.
Acha, हाँ, yeah, acha.
July 22nd, 2008.
What was it?
It was hot.
अरे नहीं.
Oh, then?
मतलब हाँ, कहाँ पे?
Oh, we met in college.
How were you able to maintain this relationship for so long? बताइए फिर.
I.
हो जाता बस.
It's a very tough question. It takes. I think maintaining it means that you exercise a lot of patience. Patience is needed, especially to maintain a relationship. But more so than that, what you need is communication. So if you look, the reason why relationships fail is because people stop talking to each other, and we generally talk about everything. I mean, from the smallest detail as to what annoyed me in office today, as you know, and then to when are we having kids, or should we be getting a house, or when would we be buying a car, or even bigger questions of, you know, is God real? We talk about all that, you know, and we talk. That's what we do. We talk and talk and talk, and yeah. That's how you maintain a relationship. You talk.
That's also a big problem. Like, we talk a lot.
Yeah, we don't stop talking. Okay, you take this one now.
I can't just say one. You also have to say.
Yeah, I know, but you first.
Okay. I can't prioritize which one I hate
Okay.
more.
Okay. It's just.
That's a lot. I think somebody also asked me how many, like, say, matlab, there were more. So
Just,
I think we should
answer
take.
the question. Stop being so diplomatic about it. I already know the two things I hate about you.
एक ही पूछा है.
Oh.
नहीं नहीं. Dave is like
Fix
a
your
universal.
posture. Fix your
See
posture.
this.
It's gonna
like
give you a bad
always-
back. Okay.
Dave tries to be universal helper for everybody in like all spheres. So like even if I don't want help, he's like always there. I'm like, do you need help? Do you need help? Do you need help? I'm a strong, independent woman, you know. So sometimes I don't need help, and like I don't want his face all over. Like, just, do you need help?
The one thing I wouldn't say hate. Hate is too strong of a word.
It
in
says
terms
annoy.
of- yeah, annoy.
I love, but
So
how your
one-
mind went to straight I hate.
No, I'm saying I wouldn't say hate.
Huh.
So the one thing that annoys me about Komal is that she starts something, and suppose this is point A, where Komal's left cheek is, and suppose this is point B. She'll start something and then she'll like leave it halfway.
Because I lose interest. Like, if it's
Precisely.
not interesting,
It's not about interesting. It's about, so my firm belief is that whatever you start, no matter how much you hate it, and no matter how difficult it is, no matter how much you detest it and you feel like you want to crawl out of your skin and just jump back and be like, I can't do it anymore. Whatever you start, it requires that you finish it. So I try to keep telling Komal that she has to take pride in even the smallest details of her work, even if it is,
See, work-wise, I don't do that.
No, but it's not just professional work. Just other aspects of your life, whether it's, starting a class, whether it's,
I just have a very small attention span, and I get irritated and
she has the
lose
attention
interest.
span of a squirrel. What? No. So squirrels have better attention spans than she does. So.
Thanks, Dave. You are married to this attention spanning squirrel.
I know. So a lot of people have been speculating. Some people actually said I'm a what? I'm a BBC India news reporter.
Nahi. Somebody said that are you a translator? Because we went on the hike with Matthew and...
Okay. Those people that you see in our videos, they're actually my friends. I work in knowledge management and communication for an intergovernmental organization.
So snazzy, no? And I do YouTube videos.
The one thing...
Love, hate नहीं. मुझे पता है वो भावनाएं तुम्हारी निकलना चाह रही हैं.
The one thing that I love the most about her is that she goes out of her way to make sure that people around her feel comfortable. She's very selfless. That's what I'm trying to get at. She's very selfless, and she puts other people's interests, especially mine, in front of hers. So that's the one.
Or maybe I'm just smart enough to let you think that.
I don't think so. Sometimes you're too stupid to, and
that's true. The one thing that I really love about Dave is Dave is very disciplined, and I'm not.
That's not a quality that would.
What I love it because I don't have it.
So you're saying because I'm disciplined, you married me?
हाँ, मतलब थोड़ा सा it'll rub off on me.
You're really disciplined.
So I like the fact that Dave really cares about me.
Wow, that was deep.
How deep is your love? Okay. Oh, ये burning question. Okay. Your husband go to college in US or UK because his spoken English is really good.
I speak good England.
Achha, हाँ, but.
No, I did not go to college in the UK or US. Essentially what happened was that when since English is not my first language, and when you're younger, if you tend to listen to a language enough, you tend to pick up the pronunciation, the enunciation, all other facets of it. And funnily enough, when I first learned English, all my friends from that time tell me that I had a British accent. And when I changed schools, then I guess I heard people speaking in the Americanized version of the accent so much that I picked up the American accent, or maybe a weird mixture of the two. But now many people tell me that I have a Midwestern accent. I don't know if that's true, but I still spell in the British way.
Basically, the point is he was born in India.
He was born in India,
but he's like raised everywhere else, so he had to travel a lot in between countries. Mm-hmm. So he stayed in 4 years in one country.
Pretty much.
So that's why, because he wasn't in normal schools, he was in international
Thanks
schools.
Thanks for making me sound stupid. I wasn't in normal schools.
Special. So, because of the fact that he was in international schools, they are either British schools or they're American schools, right?
Yeah.
International schools.
Yeah.
So when you were younger, you were?
In a British school.
British international school. Then when he got older, he was in American international school. Then college, he came to India and
Yes, the way we perceive each other's weaknesses, or speaking for myself, I guess the way I perceive our weaknesses now are no longer weaknesses, but more to do with just being of a different personality trait altogether. So, if I am motivated to go hiking and she doesn't, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a weakness, more so that I need to explore what she likes and she needs to explore what I like, and yeah, I guess that's what's changed. But I'm sure that I'm going to be able to think of more things as you speak. So.
What was the question? I forgot.
Oh my god.
I don't know, like for me nothing really has changed.
Really?
I know the tension level that I thought that I could take. I've definitely gone beyond that tension level. Just the fact that once you get married and you like go into like a new home and stuff, it's definitely extremely stressful. So I thought like I didn't really think that I could do it, but apparently I can. So I feel like I'm like taller, stronger, sharper, smarter. I'd like.
Yeah, I guess the tension level.
But you've always been like that. Like I am extremely emotional and I get like very sad very quickly. So for me, this was like. Duh.
Yeah.
But you've always been like cool.
Wow. Gang signs. Yeah.
But when you are younger or you have like a young relationship, you start thinking that if you have fights, it's a bad thing. But now, I mean, if you fight, it's normal because there's no other way that you're going to talk about it. So rather, it's actually better if you have a fight rather than not speaking about it.
Yeah, I've seen too many people, even between my friends, coming up to me and saying, "Oh my God, I had a fight today. My life sucks. This and that."
Yeah.
But to be honest, that's what it is. I mean, if it was happy all the time, it would just everything would be perfect, and that doesn't make any sense. I mean,
It won't be perfect if you're not going to talk about it.
Yeah, it's just like anything else in life. If you don't have your low points, then there's no way you can really explore or work on yourself to make things better. And I feel like if you have fights, that's an indication that you need to work on yourself, or the other person needs to work on themselves, or you need to reach your level of compromise. So.
Yes. It creeped you out.
So the funny thing is, I've noticed this trend in people asking her these questions as if the husband should have a say. And we have this tradition in India, especially in our societal perception and in our cultural way of looking at a married couple as the husband ruling what the wife needs to do, and if the wife has too much say in what she does, then the husband is whipped. But I really don't agree with that. I think if you're good at something, then even after getting married, and especially after staying together for so long, I feel like we should be comfortable enough to let each other explore what we're good at. So professionally and personally, and she's good at YouTube. It doesn't make sense for me to say no, you can't do videos. I mean, that's counterintuitive, and she makes money.
So it's like my work, no? So it doesn't matter if I'm doing it on social media or not. I think what she tried to ask is that there are a lot of things that come with you being on social media, like a lot of judgment and a lot of dick pics. So I think that's what she means.
To be honest, I don't appreciate the judgment, because for others, especially for her competitors, it's easy to influence other people's perceptions of her. And I have read through so much shit in the comment section about her appearance and how she is and if she's fake. But I mean, I've been facing that my whole life. That like,
why does he have an accent?
Yeah, people come up to me and they're like, "Hey, stop making shit up. You have an accent and you're just trying too hard." And I mean, I've been through that, and it's not easy. And for her to go public and share a part of her life every day on social media, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do, and it's stupid that people go to all the trouble for trolling her. There's no respect for the process.
But like nobody really trolls me.
No,
like
but
the maximum I feel like I ever get is like the occasional "you look like a man," and I'm like, "You mean a very pretty man?"
Yeah.
And that's about it. I guess I haven't
which says
like
a lot
blown
about
up.
my tastes.
Huh. You like manly woman.
Yeah. But then people say I sometimes look like, or actually she says that if I would have been a very pretty girl. So
He has really pretty eyelashes. So basically all is chill for social media.
Yeah. When you get married to the whole family, and I think for women it's more so of a problem compared to men.
Yeah, because generally everybody just wants to feed you. When
Yeah.
you go to my house,
It's
I'll be
the
like,
best.
ooh,
It's the best.
damat ji aaye hain.
When I go to her house, my mother-in-law is so sweet. My sasuma, she always makes my favorite, which is bharwa karela, and
I also make it
over
just
the moon.
FYI.
No, I know, but you know, just it. I get food. I'm so happy. I get food.
And not just my mom, like my Taiji ji, so like everybody's like, हाँ Deep कैसा है? Deep खाना तो खा. मतलब everybody is concerned about कि Deep खाना कैसे खाता काठमांडू में, not the fact.
What? I exercise. That's why it's important that
अरे
you need to eat.
नहीं, वो हमेशा पूछते हैं कि Deep खाना तो खा लेता होगा ना, खाना तो खा लेता. Everybody is just concerned about Deep खाना तो खा लेता होगा
Because
ना,
you're living
खाना तो खा
right
लेता
there,
होगा.
so nobody needs to ask you अगर तुम खाना खा लेते हो.
Point.
There was no compromise. She just, now, you know, we do a lot of traveling vlogs when she's in Nepal, and then more of the professional stuff she does when she's back in India. Gives a nice flavor to her videos.
So I wasn't comfortable with leaving my job, and I wasn't comfortable with, you know, settling in Nepal. And I didn't. Because
Millionaire mindset.
Because
Don't
I'm a
settle.
boss ass
Don't settle.
bee.
Yeah. She's a boss ass bee.
Bee. Don't take shit and don't give shit.
Mm. Well, I think for me, it was one of my first bosses who put it very aptly. He said, always make sure that you have time for your wife / girlfriend. And yeah, I try my best not to. Before, I had this very bad habit of working through the weekends, even when Komal was here, and that, you know, of course, of course at that point, because I'd newly joined a job, so I wanted to make a good impression, but now I understand that, you know, spending time is also very important. So yeah, always make time for your wife.
Cause no life dun, 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 without wife. Dun, dun. Oh, you look like Tintin. Okay. This is my personal favorite question. How do you? Oh, sorry.
What?
How do you handle annoying relatives and nosy people who try to play dirty in your relationship? That's such a good question, matlab.
That sounds straight out of
Sukriti.
ZTV.
But it's an actual concern, you know, like women have to put up with a lot of shit.
That's
I'm not
true.
just saying it's women, like men also.
Men also do.
But then nobody really talks about it. So you should work on your relationship. Relatives are always going to try to like fudge up things. If both of you are like good and like, you know, simpatico. Simpatico?
That's the worst demonstration of simpatico.
Simpatico?
Controlled chaos.
No, simpatico.
Okay, simpatico.
So, if both of you are simpatico, nobody can really like touch it. But the problem arises is when you are in an arranged marriage situation and you both are not simpatico, and then things are really complicated. So then, I would say do like a nice havan or something. I'm so
Okay.
mean.
Well,
No.
I mean, in love marriages especially, because from a guy's perspective, you have to balance two women in your life. You have to balance two women in your life, one being your mother, one being your wife, and it's not so much about placing one on top of the other. I think men in general tend to have this notion that, you know, they have to think about their life as a refrigerator. I tend to think about my life like
A vertical refrigerator.
yes, exactly, like a vertical refrigerator. You just have to play to, you know, each person's good and bad, and you just have to make sure that you don't end up compromising on one's likes or dislikes versus the other's likes or dislikes.
But what if they're clashing?
And it hasn't happened yet.
Achha, okay. Basically, the way I handle it is like, in the words of my जीजा जी, pipe fit कर लो अपने दोनों कानों के बीच में, so that you hear things from one ear and from the other ear they go out and they go
because
fly.
you're going to always have criticisms no matter how great the relationship is, and you know, it's just.
Plus,
you
you know,
gotta
for
take
some
like
weird
everything.
reason, like people think in India that if a girl is getting married, then you can speak about her appearance like you actually give a shit, when people really don't give a shit. Like, they just say shit to make you feel bad about yourself, because at that time, you know, it's at such a vulnerable state कि कोई भी can say anything कि मोटी है, छोटी है, खोटी है, इतना नहीं पढ़ा, उतना नहीं पढ़ा, and everything is like, oh yeah, that's their perspective. So people tend to do it very under the belt. So the only way that you can handle it, and it doesn't just happen with girls, a lot of times guys get a lot of shit as well, like, you know, he doesn't earn enough, he's like shorter, like we want a taller guy, or he's like dark, we want somebody fair. So the whole
Or
thing
he
about,
smells like a cat.
I've never heard of that, but okay. So basically I feel like when it comes to like appearances or how much you earn or your work or your social circle or your parents' social circle, when it comes to marriages, people just become so nasty when it comes to judging the other person. So I think people should take, like, when you are about to get married or even when you do get married, just take it with a pinch of salt and remember, pipe here and there, because it was very difficult for me to do that because I'm extremely emotional. So if somebody says something, I cannot ignore it. Now, however, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me.
It's quite cool. Initially, she used to get mobbed in the Delhi metro, and then there was a time when we went to Select City Walk, and girls were like, "Oh my God, is that the Delhi fashion blogger?" And I was like, whoa.
Don't make fun of Team Komal.
I'm not making fun of Team Komal. I'm imitating Team Komal. And imitation imitation is the greatest form of flattery. Anyway, so it's very cool, and it has its perks, but of course it also has its downsides, because you have to be very careful about how much and to what extent you want to talk about your personal life and things you dearly care about on social media, because, you know, things can be taken in any
Also,
aspect.
people stalk you.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Ours is a love marriage. Everybody keeps us asking the same question. It's L-O... रहने दो तुमसे ना हो पाएगा. Bracket Rajput, like she specified if you're Rajput because you don't look like otherwise. By the way, you guys rock. Thank you. No, he's not.
I'm not Pahadi, neither am I Rajput.
What was this?
Well, you know, she said, by the way, you rock. So I'm like, thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm not Pahadi nor am I Rajput, but that's pretty
You
cool.
look like a Rajput, Dev. Even I am Pahadi, but
she's
I'm
not
not a
a
Rajput, so.
yeah.
Never. Controlled chaos.
Controlled chaos. That's what it is. Married life is controlled chaos.
It's like you're sad, but you're happy about it.
What?
No!
That makes
It's like,
no sense.
It's like you're in pain, but you're happy about it.
So marriage is like going to your favorite restaurant and ordering too much food, halfway through realizing that you aren't able to finish it, and you're beating yourself up as to the food is going to get wasted. That's what marriage is like.
What?
Yeah, because you really like the food and you want to finish it, but you can't. But the food has to be there. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Are you equating marriage to gluttony?
No.
But by the way, this is Dev's life, huh? Like he orders too much food and then he can't eat all of it.
Then I bring it home and I finish it. I have it the next day for breakfast.
Basically, he's saying his married life is every single day life for him whenever he goes out. Because that's what he does. Sab bata de much.
Pakka? Okay. What do I do? I have a bachelor's in English literature honors, and I have a master's, a social science degree in environmental science and development studies, and now I work in a knowledge management and communication position at an intergovernmental organization.
Well, for me, I did my bachelor's and my master's in English literature, and then I make YouTube videos.
Yeah.
So that's about it. That was the video of Ask Komal. I am most probably going to be back in Kathmandu either by the end of this month or next month.
Most probably in December.
Yeah. So then I might do more videos with Deb, and up until then
You
can
won't see me.
you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google Plus, Snapchat, everywhere.
And guys, look, making these videos is a lot of hard work. So like and share.
Natural.